Hello everybody. Before we get into this video, I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications for me, please. I work my butt off to release a video every single day for you guys, and all I ask in return is for a like and one subscribe. Please, you can unsubscribe at any time. It's not a permanent thing. So let's get straight into this video. Enjoy.
Hooray. Hooray.
Huh?
Oh, I don't think this shot is good enough. I think it's going to be a good enough shot. Or maybe... Oh, nah. No,
What?
No. That was not good. I'm not in the zone.
What?
I'm not in the zone.
What?
What? I like that setup, man.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Yo, bro, look at this. This is what I got. This is a Clash of Clans notification I got earlier. War has been declared against women.
That's funny,
That was
man.
fantastic. That was cool. Oh man, dude, you're a proud American, it looks like, right?
Why? You gotta use the thumb. Nice.
I like the flag.
Thanks. Nice. What are you drinking?
Coffee.
That's a very stylish glass for just.
Thank
some
you. I have
coffee.
to. I have to brighten my day somehow.
You need umbrellas for coffee?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Whatever lightens you. Whatever helps get you going.
Yeah, it helps me. It helps me, truly understand the struggle of being human.
It'd be like,
Little umbrellas.
yeah, they bring some brightness into life.
The decline of the West.
How you doing today?
I'm great. Normally I come in here to LARP, right? But right now this is just how I've woke. I woke up like this. And so I'm finally LARPing as myself. So I've reached kind of this new kind of meta LARP. So I'll drink to that.
You from America, by the way?
I'm not, but I sound like it, which is really great.
No. You have an accent.
I do.
We're New Zealand.
That I really like it when people do that. But no, I'm British, unfortunately, but I lived in America, so I'm a double colonizer. Which is really great.
Yeah, you don't sound British at all.
Yeah, and because I slip into my Americanisms, but I can also go like cold turkey British, but I can also go cold turkey American. So it's a really great place to be. So if I kind of speak in like a soft and a slightly higher voice, I can sound like those people in like 1940s movies and shit like that.
Yeah, the classic British person, yes.
Hmm.
So, do you live in the UK or do you live in America?
I live in the UK, which is, it's a nice place to be sometimes. And, I'm really kind of waiting until rugby and football's over so that I can start, identifying as the people with the English flag in their windows as racist again.
So I'm assuming you're from England, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so... Let me... Wait, so the UK does that too?
Mm-hmm.
If you have the English flag, you're racist?
Yep.
What?
Objectively, like, unless they have like some kind of like football next to it, they're racist. Look, the one thing that you can learn is not all football fans are racist, but all racists are football fans.
That term also applies in the United States. I've never met one racist that doesn't like football. And that's the thing about all our racists here. They're all rednecks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to live in New York, so it was kind of like, oh, you know, I kind of like, you know, it was a nice area.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad because it shouldn't be a nice, like, nice areas should be for everyone, and not just, you know, a privileged few. But you know, at least
you
I
really
wasn't
got close to the camera for that.
Yeah, yeah. You know, so that the CIA can't hear me.
You can't. What? You can't hear you?
It's so that the CIA can't hear me.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Good thinking. You're really smart. Good thinking.
Thank you. You know, it's all the theory that I read. It's all just, you know, as Karl Marx once said, "Go close to the camera so that the FBI can't assassinate you at any moment."
Yeah. So.
Yeah, making direct eye contact with them scares them away. So.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I should make that a habit to just. Whenever I'm talking about, shush. Yeah. Thank you.
Exactly. You just go like.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just gesture a couple times, you know.
Yeah.
And you gotta blink really slowly, because then they think that you're some kind of reptile and they leave you alone, like they did with Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Am I talking to a British person or am I talking to Shane Dawson? I really can't tell.
Yeah, see, the difference between me and Shane Dawson is that I didn't
It's
fuck
not-
my cat. I fucked my dog instead.
I'm gonna get demonetized on YouTube.
This is for a YouTube video!
Yes!
Love it.
Oh gosh, okay. So,
Twitch ban speedrun any percent.
you like Boris? You like Boris Johnson?
I'm not a fan of Boris personally. I find him to be worrying, but you know, many people infantilize him to the point where they no longer have to worry about, you know, his actual policies and instead just go, haha, funny man said blue once, and then he continues to say blue, and it's like, oh, now I can make fun of the fact that sometimes he pauses, you know, while he's speaking. Ah!
Yeah,
Oh my god!
I used to have a poster of Boris right here.
Oh my god. See, I used to have a flag. I used to have a flag in my room, so every time I'd speak to a fascist, I just do that, but it fell down.
Yeah,
But hey.
I couldn't keep it up, so I just replaced it with Danny DeVito.
Same person, different fonts. I'll stand by that.
Hey, Boris Johnson and Danny DeVito have never been seen at the same place.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You know.
That's kind of suspicious.
It is. And, you know, both are ladies' men, so.
Yeah, and both are short.
Both are short, both are ladies' men. Both probably like the colour blue.
Yeah.
Both are probably wanted by various international organisations.
So, do you like the Queen? Or
No.
No?
No. My favourite insult is like, oh my god, kingship. Anyway, abolish the monarchy.
so you don't like monarchy?
I don't like monarchy.
Like the government form itself or the current monarch?
The government form itself, and the current monarch. Although the current monarch, in this context, brings in a lot of tourist money. So if I'm going to take a capitalist perspective, then yes, I like the monarchy. But if I'm going to take a genuine human perspective, no.
Always the capitalist view first. It's all about the
You know,
money.
if you can't beat them, try again.
So, where would you place yourself on the American political spectrum?
See, if I called myself a socialist, everyone would just assume I voted for Biden. But I'm a Marxist, so basically, I'm just constantly being thrown out of helicopters in America.
You're a Marxist.
Yep.
Okay. Well. See, I don't. This is one thing I've never understood. Why is communism and Marxism and Leninism so normalized among people having that belief and it being okay. But if you go anywhere and say you're a fascist, you're gonna get shot.
Sorry, I'm just gonna. Sorry. I feel like a little bit of false equivalence is vibing over here.
Why can't I go out and say, hey?
Would you like me to explain why? Would you like me to explain why if we're gonna use your false equivalence as an example?
Well,
okay. All right, if we're gonna look at this,
I'm
right?
not talking about being like a Nazi.
Yeah.
I'm talking
No.
about like.
Right. All right. If we look at centrism at the moment, which is currently neoliberalism, being socially left tends to mean, well, I want equality. I want, general respect for people from all walks of life, and so that can quite easily become, Marxism. It can quite easily equate to communism because ultimately people hold their social values a lot closer to their heart than their economic values, whereas fascists tend to be racist, and on the whole, more people value not being racist over, I'm not going to talk down communism, not having equally low income. So on the whole, more people are going to accept you for being communist because they tend to go, oh, well, then you're very accepting of people in general, and so therefore, if you haven't a way of putting that into context economically, fair enough. Whereas if you're a fascist, you're not only further right than what is socially acceptable economically, but also socially. So, and on top of that, you kind of got the whole Hitler thing going on.
Yeah.
So,
I went through a whole fascist stage in my life. I'm not proud of it.
Is your next YouTube video going to be called "My Descent into the Alt-Right Pipeline"?
That's a good video. Yep, I'm making that. No, because I found out my grandpa was a Nazi. My great-grandpa was a Nazi. So I was like, whoa, I should follow in his footsteps.
My great-grandpa was a Nazi. My first thought is, you know what, uncritically and unequivocally, I'm going to carry on the family tradition.
And the funny thing is, I'm not Aryan at all.
Neither was Hitler, to be fair.
I'm black and Irish. And I have, 15% German.
Hey, that means that only 3/4 of you will be,
Gassed.
absolutely destroyed by your fellow Nazis.
Gassed, yeah. So, yeah, I went through that whole stage. I'd dress up in all black and wear a face mask.
Did you have the skull one? Did you have the skull one?
Oh no, I couldn't find that one. I couldn't find that one. Oh.
No. See, I laugh obviously, and I've got a trad wife outfit that I wear. Yeah, I've got neoliberal glasses that I sometimes wear. Hang on, let me. And then I speak with an American accent, and I pretend that my name is
you look
something
you look like a Cali girl.
Yeah, exactly. And I put on my Valley Girl accent and everything, and I go, well, I'm not against gay people, but I still think that Silicon Valley is a really important part of human society, as if you don't have capitalism, you can't have any innovation. But at the same time, I do want a gay best friend, and his name will be Fred.
That sounds realistic. I'm not gonna lie. So I have a question. You seem like you know a lot about politics. I've only been in the political realm for the past 8 months. But is there a problem with me being a social libertarian, but also identifying as right-wing? Because social libertarianism is considered left liberal.
So on the whole, you'd be considered relatively liberal.
Yes. So
See,
I believe that there is no problem with focusing on social values just as much as we prioritize economic ideas and issues.
Okay. Here's my thing. On the whole, I don't think that we should be able to criticize people based on things that they can't control. Sure, criticize me for having spinach in my teeth, or for wearing ugly glasses, but, don't criticize me for being female. So I don't think that we can look at people and go, I'm going to treat them differently based on these things that they can't control. So I believe that we can't use critical analysis when demeaning people. But I think that we can use critical analysis when attempting to understand how people have been discriminated against and prevented from living their lives to the fullest that they can. So on the prospect of being a neoliberal or just a liberal in general, I think that being socially left-leaning is no bad thing, as most physical change happens after social change, and especially if you look at Marx and his idea that we can only really instate communism and revolutionize it once the means of production have already been developed. I believe that though capitalism isn't a good thing, and that I am very anti-capitalist, we still haven't reached a stage in which the workers can revolutionize. And again, if you look into materialism, that on the whole makes sense, especially when you look at how Marx was really a product of his own materials and his time, and the way that he opposed German idealism. So being fiscally right at this current stage in time, I think makes sense. However, I would not advocate for it. I think that even as somebody who is, far left, or relatively far left, I can still participate in a capitalist society and, use that to be as fair as possible and oppose it, but participate in it to ensure that one day the society that I dream of can happen.
Yeah, so because I have this group of friends, which are all authorian rights.
Oh no.
Oh, I used to do one myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I moved down to centralism. Then I became a libertarian on the right side, and now I'm leaning to the left. But I'd never be a Democrat or
a goddamn lib shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it's just I haven't found any right-wing people that also believe in the same thing I do.
I'd argue that maybe that's because you are more likely to align with the Democrats as a party, as ultimately the Democrats are quite centrist. With both their economic policies and their social policies. So it's really kind of, at this point in time, the Overton window in America is very much, you're either a centrist or you're moderately right-leaning. But at the end of the day, the parties are about the same, but just in different colours. So, obviously it's hard to find a party that accurately represents your views. But yeah, not many right-wing people are going to hold the same social values as you, because on the whole, they do believe in social Darwinism, and they do think that poor people should die because they're genetically inferior. I was talking to an ANCAP, and she brought up some of her tweets, and she was like, oh, I'm never going to get a job in politics because, all of my tweets are racist. And I'm like, why? I've never, and she's like, yeah, but everyone does that, so it's fine. It's like, no. I've never tweeted anything racist. I think I had like a bad take on lesbianism once, and then I apologized for it when I researched a little bit more. But that was it.
You gotta get close to the camera for that one too.
It's you gotta emphasize it, because
Yeah.
the more you emphasize your words, the more likely people are to take you seriously. I could say absolutely nothing for the next 10 minutes and just emphasize my words differently, and you go, wow, so based in red pills. Which is how Ben Shapiro rose to power.
See, I hate Ben Shapiro. Like,
I can't disagree with you on that one.
Another thing. I used to love Alex Jones. Oh yeah.
But did you ever watch PragerU? Did you ever watch PragerU?
The guy who accuse everybody of making the frogs gay. Yeah, I used to like that guy.
To be fair, I kind of, I think gay rights for the frogs, I'm gonna start advocating for frog marriage,
That's another social issue, man. We gotta make the
frog
frogs,
marriage. Let frogs get married in churches.
Of course.
Yeah, frog church.
Just build little churches by the ponds. Oh yeah.
And you know what? They probably use them.
We get to teach the pastor frogs Latin.
Exactly. And then we can have this whole Protestant Catholic thing, but for frogs.
Bro, America's gonna be revolutionized.
Honestly, this should be a new political party. Like in England,
Frogism.
you've got the monster raving loony party. Where you got to have the turn the frickin' frogs gay party.
Frogism.
Froggin. I mean, see, we could call it Hoppianism.
Oh. But then the kangaroos will get mad. Another socialist.
Yeah, that's true. We're colonizing the word Hoppianism because obviously it's never been used before. Yeah, well, the rabbits as well.
Oh,
We're gonna have to start advocating for rabbit issues.
And the crickets.
And the crickets.
Oh man.
But do crickets hop or do they jump?
They hop.
Because bunnies hop, but cricket. I feel like crickets jump because they kind of it's a different language thing, So I feel like, if you had crickets that hop, that kind of makes it sound as though they can walk.
Well, when you hop, you also kind of like jump into the air, So,
True.
Yeah.
True. But the Hoppians aren't going to be happy with this one.
Oh man, we need a multiple party system, so we can bring in the Hoppyism.
Yeah. Get some alt right wingers to vote for the Hoppian party, not realizing what it means.
We can. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anarcho-Hoppianism.
This is a big deal. What if Bernie Sanders joins our party?
See, but then it would be like socialist Hoppianism. And I feel like that would be an oxymoron.
Bernie's only somebody to attract views and support for the party.
True.
And then we put someone who can truly represent the frogs in power.
Yeah. And then maybe we could start working on putting some chemicals in the water for those the hippies that are telling me that drinking fluoride is bad because it closes my third eye.
Yeah, we can't force the frogs to be gay because that's another social issue.
True. That is another social issue.
Yeah. Forced gayness on frogs would not be seen. Well, maybe for the 14-year-old left-wing girls on TikTok, that might seem good to them, but they can't even vote yet. So what's the point?
The government mandated frog boyfriends.
I mean, I wouldn't mind waking up every morning to a frog in my bed.
Now I feel like we're getting biblical,
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Like I do regularly talk to. I try to expand as many people that I talk to from all different extremes. I talk to tankies. I talk to Marxist Leninist Maoists, which is a synonym. Tankies. Yeah. So Marxist Leninists, Marxist Leninist Maoists, basically people who have never touched grass but wish they could. And they tend to idolize Russia a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can name 6 different types of tanks, and all of them are the same tank, but with slightly different paint jobs.
Oh, I lost a friend over that crap, dude. We were best friends, and then they turned into a USSR freak and started worshipping Stalin.
No, oh no, this is contributing directly to McCarthyism. Oh no. There should be a haunted house called the Red Scare, and it's just a bunch of Stalinists jumping out.
they are scary. They believe in some radical stuff.
Or like Mao's whole thing about, oh, let's kill all the sparrows. Okay, so we're just gonna completely destroy all of the ecosystems? Is that what we're gonna do now? I feel like that doesn't align very well. I feel
Mao was not a very smart man. I'll tell you that. At all. Whenever I found Mao, I was like 8, and I was like, whoa. And then because I found him on Wikipedia, because I was on a school Chromebook too.
radicalized by the Mao Wikipedia page.
Yes. Because I was either 8 or 9, and it was a school Chromebook. I found him on Wikipedia, and I fell in love with him. I was like, whoa, this guy's kind of cool.
And then I met my grandfather.
Great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather.
And he
appeared to me in a ghost figure.
Yeah,
because obviously I'm not an egoist and I don't believe in spooks. So he appeared to me and he was like, you know, son, you should be a Nazi. And I was like, oh my god, so based.
That's the thing I don't get about what Hitler had in mind. Because he was like, oh, you're not Aryan? We don't talk to you. We don't like you. But then his only ally like towards the end of the war was Japan. They don't look very Aryan. Hitler got
You gotta settle. He lowered his standards. He's not a true girl boss. You know, never lower your standards. He's against liberal feminism for a reason.
It's just crazy that Hitler could have won, and he was this close to winning. Like, I wouldn't be alive if Hitler won.
Which makes you think, what's your stance on abortion?
My stance on abortion?
Yeah.
Okay, so, kind of complicated. I believe in the rights of a woman. I also believe in the rights of a baby. Which I believe a baby in the womb.
But so hear me out. Hear me out. Should babies vote?
Oh god. Dude, I think the FBI just came across. Your camera just got really blurry.
Oh, yeah, they're here. They're here.
Oh no.
I can hear them coming from my door. I'm not sure it was because of my radical political views or because I've been watching child porn.
Or maybe it's because you implied babies have to vote.
Wait,
hold up. What did you just say?
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You've been chowing down on those biscuits.
I'm actually just run out. I'm really sad now. I feel like the USSR.
I feel fancy. I just called them biscuits.
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 Digestive biscuits.
Cookies.
Cookies is for the poor man.
Yeah.
I eat biscuits.
Biscuit. What was I saying?
And I've run out of coffee as well. I'm really sad. This is so sad. I'm gonna have to start fiddling with like random shit I found on my desk.
Just get some tea. Oh God. Storm.
It was the FBI. It was the FBI making a point about the Boston Tea Party.
It's a storm. It's been storming so bad here for the past 3 days.
That damn U.S. government with their weather machine.
And my okay, she's in the other room. She probably can hear me. But my mom is freaking psycho. We went on a walk the other day, and she was like, "Oh
no, sorry."
Oh my god.
A walk?
A walk. Oh my god, it's global warming. Do you see how close and orange the moon is? Mother. It's the harvest moon.
Global warming doesn't exist.
Mother. It's the harvest moon, you know, you kind of learn about it in school. About every single grade. And she's like, no, wait, the moon does not look like that ever.
Hey,
she went on.
you gotta give it to her. She's got her theories. And that's all she's gotta do is write them down and send them to the liberals.
No, because like the moon has been like really big and orange, recently, but she went on a whole rant about how global warming caused the moon to get closer and more orange.
Yeah, you know, I accidentally flicked some Cheeto dust into the ocean the other day, and we all know how that ended. Global warming. I single-handedly caused global warming.
Oh no! You didn't come close to the camera to say that. Now the FBI know. Oh my god! Oh no!
Sorry. That was just the spirit of Noam Chomsky telling me that I was an idiot. You know, he's an anti-pacifist pacifist, and so basically he protests by pushing me over and then apologizing.
Well, at least he apologizes. Doesn't look like he respects women that much.
No, like, while I was looking at Noam Chomsky for a while ago, like, when I was going to sleep, I just, like, put on, like, that one video of him naming all the war crimes of the US presidents and be like, ASMR, this is... Because he speaks in lowercase, and it's so nice. It's like, oh, thank you, Noam, for blessing my ears. And then he's like, and Obama regularly violated the Geneva Convention, and I'm like, really? Wow. Thank you, Noam, for enlightening me.
You're gonna have a dream about presidents doing war crimes.
Yeah, I mean, no. And see, the thing is, right? If you look at like Gen Z humor, and this is just something I've noticed. If you look at Gen Z humor, the number of jokes about war crimes and tax evasion have gone up enough.
I've seen that quite a lot.
To make you think, like, how many people look ANCAPs? That's what I want to know. Is tax evasion? Is tax theft? Is it theft? Is it theft? We don't know.
I can't answer because FBI is already.
Oh yeah.
It's already known to be watching you. Like, can I answer that question?
No. See, I all I've got to do now is I've got to like buy like an island off Canada and start my own commune on it. And then whenever the FBI comes over to check on it, I'll be like, no. We're an anarcho-capitalist society that we have oil. And then and actually that might attract them. But you know.
Speaking of island off of Canada, do you know about micronations?
I don't know much about micronations. I know some of them exist. Actually, I'm pretty sure this isn't a micronation, but one of my friends who I've spoken to on here, he lives in a particular part of Canada where all the communists live. Can't remember the name.
I'm getting to that. I used to be a micronationalist too. I used to have my own country. It went from a fascist regime to a federal republic to a republic to
Bro, just make a Minecraft server!
to a people's democracy to a monarchy, and then I threw on some imperial roots, so I became an emperor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then I came back to a republic. Then I went.
Oh yeah.
Then I went.
The People's Republic of the fascist regime of Republic.
Then I went to monarch again. Then I became a republic again, and I've really done...
Anarcho-monarchy kind of based.
Yeah, and I haven't done anything with it like a year now, but like,
well,
it was a trip.
I can only imagine. Yeah, but see, the thing is, do you do any praxis? That's what I want to know.
Any what?
Praxis.
Practice of like micronism?
No, like well, yeah, putting ideology into practice. Praxis.
Yeah, I used to tax my mom. I mean, you gotta make money somehow for the economy.
What did you invest the money that you got on?
PS4 games.
Mom, I need a taxi so I can get Doom Eternal. Mom.
Oh, it's amazing.
See. I've done some actual praxis, but I've done some like dumb shit as well. Like I volunteer, right? I volunteer regularly, and I do that because, you know, important. But then I also I also competed in the Olympics on the official Political Compass Minecraft server. And I came first for the boat race, might I add.
Good job.
And then I put little stickers of QR codes around my school, and I had 2 different ones, and one was to the Communist Manifesto, and the other one was to Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. And so it's like a Russian roulette every time you find one. So
that's funny. Yeah. Oh god. I remember I brought this poster to school. And I printed out a piece of paper of Trump. I asked this girl I liked out with Trump. It was 2 pictures. It was like no, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Bro,
Don't
you
talk to me.
could have just been like, I'll grab you by the pussy. And I just left it at that.
Sexual harassment.
Hey, Trump did it, not me. I'll drink to that.
No, it was a picture of Trump sad, and it was a picture of Trump with a thumbs up. And it's do you like me? And you put a check mark either on sad Trump or happy Trump.
I feel like even if she just answered, you could be like, oh well, actually, sad Trump represents the immigration crisis, and and you're going to migrate to my house after school.
I was like in 4th grade.
Hey, you never know. You could have. No. Like I was talking to my one of my younger cousins who's about, I want to say 4. No, not 4. He's like 6. And I was like, so where do you stand politically? and he was like, oh, I'm a liberal Democrat. and I was like, oh, really? And he had like one of those like My First Politics books. And I was like, so what do you think of Trump? And he was like, I don't like him. And I was like, oh, why? And he was like, because he's bad.
Dude, I went on a whole rant in my class about Trump because like it was in 2016, and they handed out little pamphlets like voting for either Hillary.
Oh yeah, we got to vote as well, and Hillary came first. Bernie came second via write-in, and then it was Trump.
It was just Hillary and Trump, and Trump won. I mean, no, Trump lost. Hillary won with like 10 more votes, and I went on a whole rant. 3rd grade about Trump.
Yeah, I know about all of that voter fraud.
Oh yeah. I was like, the teacher took some away. She took some of the votes away.
I demand a recount.
I demand a recount. Get into search the trash bins.
Incredible. Anyway, I hope you have an incredible day. Find some blue-haired girls to talk to. Although, actually, I do want to dye my hair blue, but we'll ignore that fact. Actually, I want to dye, the underside, so that I'm like an undercover liberal.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. So you can't get hate crimed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, it's a little hard to change being female, but you know.
So, before you go, do you want to check out the channel?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Let me pull up the link.
Yeah, this is when you rickroll me.
No. Oh, I'll send you 2 links. One's my channel, one's my Ashley.
Russian roulette.
Alright.
Oh yeah, actually, fun fact. I collect various mugs that my friends give me. And occasionally I order one for myself. My next one has a picture of Karl Marx on it with communist tears, and I think that's beautiful.
That would be a really beautiful mug.
Yeah. And obviously I do politics at school, or at least I am going to, and so I'm gonna bring it into my classes, because I'm allowed to drink coffee in classes now, and hopefully that'll spark some debate.
Hopefully. That's a good conversation starter.